Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Super Game Brothers podcast, a weekly podcast all about video games, the video games that we're playing. Devin streams video games. He's my co-host on Twitch every weekday, so he plays a lot of games. I try to keep up as someone who's played video games basically my whole life. Don't get to quite as many as he does, but it's fun to chat about them. So yeah, we have this podcast every single week to chat about it. My name's David, and I'm joined every week by my brother, Devin. Devin, how are you on this Saturday?
Oh, you know I'm doing good.
Oh, nice.
Vibing always. That has become my answer when anybody asks me how I'm doing. I'm vibing always.
I love that. Kind of, even if you're not feeling it so much, you subconsciously tell yourself that you are.
Yeah, and it might uplift that person also.
Yeah.
To also be vibing.
Yeah.
You know? Doing good, though. Just had a birthday.
Yes.
This week. Turned 34 years old. Got a lot of birthday wishes.
34.
34, yeah. We are moving up there really quickly. Soon we'll be doing this podcast and
diapers.
In pull-ups, yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. Did a big birthday stream. Went back to one of our old favorite video games that you and I played together, Remnant. If any of you have played Remnant, you're goated. That game's amazing. Everyone should play it.
Great series. That a team that's that made Remnant, they are making Darksiders 4 next, I think. And I've never played one, but I'm kind of interested because they're making.
Is this their first Darksiders game?
No, I think they made Darksiders 3 as well.
Maybe it'll be awesome.
Yeah. It's a different genre. So, like, anyways. Yeah, Remnant's super fun. Devin, you streamed really early on your birthday. It's kind of a... Well, I don't know if it was super early when you started, but I think you were up all night or something.
I was, yeah. I never went to sleep on the 13th. And on the 14th, I got into a Discord call at about 4 or 5 a.m.
That's early. And
we kind of talked strategy and kicked off a stream that day. Played a lot of games. And then, pulling an all-nighters is a strange thing. You think I'll be okay and I'll feel normal. I did not feel normal.
Yeah.
I ended stream. I'd been staring at a screen for 6 to 8 hours, and I was like, maybe I should eat something. So I go upstairs, and I was like, I don't know where I am. I need to go to bed.
Yeah.
I think I ate a bunch of stuff and passed out for, I don't even know how long, but yeah, I don't recommend taking days off of sleep. You know what I mean?
I agree. I used to be able to do it okay. I probably done it 3 or 4 times as a young teenager. Doesn't phase you that much back then.
Not too bad, no.
But yeah, now you're right. Like, I've had a few days where I had to golf super early and like had to stay up late, either working or something the night before. And yeah, you're like, what universe am I in when you wake up? It's crazy how important sleep is as you get older.
Yeah, it's kind of a terrible feeling being really fatigued mentally and physically. You're just like, well, this day's kind of just maybe ruined.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yep.
It won't ever feel normal.
Yeah, unless you like make up for it and sleep like the whole extra day.
Yeah. I do love sleeping. We both repping those shout out to Purple and their mattresses. We both love them. I love it.
I absolutely love it. One of the best purchases I've ever made as an adult. I do think that company is struggling really bad. So makes me kind of want to like get a new one just in case they go out of business. Maybe
they should have like named it yellow because purple's a stupid color. Yeah. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Dang it. Drop the ball.
Yeah, I wonder. I don't know. 2 of my friends that live in my neighborhood worked there. And so they know a bit more about like the details, but I wonder what the problem was. Because I think they went public and maybe it was just too soon, or I'm not sure. It's not an economic podcast. I'm not an economic guy.
Economics.
But do love that purple mattress.
Took super economics in college. Couldn't tell you what it is or what it's about.
Macro or micro?
Totally.
Yeah, I don't know. Fun, Devin. I don't know that I've had a lot going on this week. We started soccer with one of our kids. I did kind of have a fun thing today. My kids are really into Pokemon, and to kind of incentivize my son to play better at soccer, we got some Pokemon cards. And I can see the allure of collecting and opening booster packs.
Oh, like, for sure. I showed up here today and I was like, oh, shoot, are we doing this thing?
Yeah, it's fun. We'll have to open one of them when we go upstairs. Because it is fun. Like, I've actually filmed, like, my kids opening them and them, like, going through every card. I'm probably going to throw them up on the channel just for fun.
Oh, heck yeah.
And they haven't pulled any good cards yet, but I think what was the best one they got? The problem is the names are so weird nowadays that even when I see one, I'm like, that one looks like it might be worth something. I have a hard time pronouncing the strange name.
Of the Pokemon?
Of the Pokemon, yeah. Occasionally they'll like get one from the original 150 that I do know, but most of them are new and weird.
So they will still have Gen 1 Pokemon in a current pack?
Yeah, it's not like...
But it doesn't look like
Gen 1. It doesn't look like those old cards. Like the Pikachu that I showed you, that was like the...
yeah, he's wearing like a
diamond shattered
headdress,
pearls or whatever.
Necklace thing, yeah. It's interesting to me that they have so many different poses and environments for each Pokemon. Like... all of a sudden Slowpoke's on the beach, then he's near a Snorlax, and then now he's sleeping.
Yeah, it's kind of fun for like the card sake, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Some of them are way weird though. Some of them it's like they drew that in 3 seconds.
Yeah,
the art style's not good, but then some of them are beautiful. Like you said, it breaks out of the box disappears, the whole card is this artistic masterpiece.
Yeah,
and that's exciting.
Yeah, I agree.
If you can actually pull one of those every $100 or so, like, that'd be nice.
Yeah, it would be. We spent $60 today on a 10 booster pack bundle that came with like promo Blastoise and Venusaur. And we've only opened 2 of the boosters so far. We're kind of making them like do some chores to earn them and stuff. So we'll see how the other 8 packs go. But I don't even know what the chase cards are, is what they call them, like the most rare cards for the specific type of booster pack. There was the Pikachu EX that was like the crazy diamond looking dude that was like outside the border. That looked like he was probably one of them. There's an Executor EX as well, and kind of that diamond thing. They looked like 2 of them maybe, but not really sure. It was kind of fun though to open the cards. Gave me like nostalgia, and I'm like, okay, I don't know that I should ever let myself buy any for me, because that seems like a slippery slope. You could go down fast. I wonder what I do watch this cool channel on YouTube. I've only seen his shorts. Maybe he does long form stuff too, but he just opens packs basically. He like buys them at conventions. And some of the booster packs he's opening are like from 20 years ago, so they're like $300.
Oh wow!
For a sealed booster pack from 2002 or something. And then his whole thing is, should I open it or should I keep it sealed? Because sealed it was $300, and so I need to pull at least $300 worth of cards out of this pack, or else it wasn't worth it. Luckily, his YouTube page has like 1 million subscribers, so it doesn't matter to him at this point. But
saw another guy doing something similar to that. He would have these high valuable cards or high valued cards, and he had a wheel he would spin, and it would say like cut or keep, and he would cut these cards in half.
Oh,
if it landed on that.
That's brutal.
Oh yeah, it got people's attention though. They're like, oh shoot, what's he gonna do today?
Yeah, that's true. I don't know that I could do that though.
I don't know either. Yeah.
Well, I mean, for 1 million subs, I'd do it.
That'd be fine.
So yeah, I don't know. His are fun, and sometimes he pulls good stuff. And I mean, he's opening hundreds and hundreds of packs, which would be the dream if you were going to be like a Pokemon collector. Like, I want to be opening 50 packs a day.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
But that would be 50 times. They were $6 each, so $300. I wonder if there's like some way to get them in more bulk than the 10 pack bundle that I got. That would bring the price down a little bit. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. I don't think I'm going to get that deep into Pokemon cards, but
that'd be hilarious if you did. You went like way into debt. You're obsessed. Yeah. It's all you do. Sell the golf clubs, sell all the board games.
Second mortgage on the house.
Second mortgage.
Yeah.
You got like 65 booklets of Pokemon cards.
Oh yeah.
Divorced, dude. Everything's falling apart except the Pokemon cards.
Divorced, but I surgically got a Charizard tail like implanted.
That's right. Mm-hmm. I'm all about it.
I wonder if it can't be. Well, I don't know. It might be, but if I bought $20,000 of booster packs, I want to know like how much would those cards be worth? Would it be more than the 20,000 I spent, or less? Some of the cards are not worth much. You're talking like 5-10 cents, but some are worth quite a bit. I was scanning. There's these cool apps you can scan cards, and then it'll tell you like market price. And some of my kids' cards are worth like 20, 30, 40 bucks. But it does seem like those ones are more rare, obviously. And so I don't know. I really don't. Booster packs might be like, maybe they're the worst way to get cards. I don't really know. My kids just like looking at them and putting them in their binders. They love the Pokemon game on the Switch, so they're just kind of all into Pokemon right now. So that was kind of fun. A little nostalgia kick. Other than that, Devin, I had a pretty fun Super Movie Brothers this week.
Oh, you did? Yes, tell me about it.
Starting off, I got tickets to a movie. The movie was on Tuesday, and I had some free time on Monday. So, in preparation for Tuesday's movie, I watched the director of Tuesday's movie that's in the movie theaters. Mm-hmm. First movie. I watched Barbarian on Monday.
Had you seen it?
I had not seen it.
Oh, It's an odd show.
It was. The horror movie, obviously, pretty intense and mature. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone that doesn't like horror movies. Same with the next one, and kind of that general vibe. But I really liked the first act. Pretty creepy, of like them trying to figure out what's going on in the basement of this Airbnb. Then the second act is quite a bit different, and the third act is just kind of bonkers as well. And at that point, it's not really scary anymore. It's just like, what is going on?
It's so strange.
Really strange. I thought it was good. Not my favorite horror movie, but I thought it was good. Had some creepy moments. Then Tuesday, I went to Weapons, the new movie from that same dude. I think his name is Zach Kreger, something like that. This movie is his like second horror movie, and a bigger budget, has some bigger like actors in it. What's his name? Josh Brolin is in it, obviously, and the main character, the teacher, I think is in like is pretty big as well from like some TV shows that I haven't seen, but yeah, I don't know how much I want to say about it, because I do think it's fun to go in like not knowing much, because the movie is quite a bit different than I thought it was going to be. Similar in structure in that it tells its story not perfectly linearly. It like tells the story of like, okay, this is Justine's portion of the story. She's the school teacher. Then you've got Josh Brolin's portion of the story. Then you've got somebody else's and somebody else's and somebody else's. And then all the stories meet together, and then like it gets really crazy. But really liked it. I think it's excellent for a horror movie. So good. Creepy at parts, definitely. Surprisingly less scary than I thought it could be. Much funnier than I thought it could be. And just like a unique and kind of brutal and crazy premise. So if you like horror movies, don't mind a little bit of violence, I think it's excellent. Probably my favorite horror movie I've seen in a long time.
Wow.
But I don't watch as many as you do. I know that you had a high praise for the other horror movie you watched last week. So
yes. Together was one of the best movies I've watched in a minute. I was just locked in. I don't know what about it, but it just...
Yeah, I'm interested to see if you'll like Weapons as much.
I think I will.
Weapons has like a 7.9 on IMDb, whereas Together is like a 7.1, I think.
Ooh,
but
it's newer.
Together's been out longer, and generally like they kind of drop and settle at some point. So where will Weapons settle? I don't know.
That's a great rating so far, though.
It was over 8 for
Yeah,
like a week, but
almost no movies are ever in an 8.
yeah, 8's very rare. So, anyways, it's great. I really, really liked it. Um, it was just fun. I haven't been to a horror movie in a theater for a long time either. We usually, with kids or go to bed, it's hard to find a sitter and like get to the movies super frequently. But to watch a creepy movie with a theater full of people, it was pretty full. It was super fun. Eating my popcorn, watching some creepy stuff. It was
Hearing others' reactions.
yeah. And I went with my buddy John, who's like very like um, enthusiastic and like bombastic, and so he was like reacting funny too, and it was a vibe. So super good. Definitely recommend Weapons. Um, yes, I as you're like the horror buff, so I'm super interested to see how much you like it, but I think you will.
It
That's
probably won't scare me, but I will probably be very entertained.
Yeah, I don't think it'll scare you either. There are a couple parts that were like I was like, wow, that was very creepy and just like a terrible like tension, but nothing was like wow, I'm like insanely scared. Yeah. So, but that's like the level of fear that David likes to be in. Anything scarier than that, and I'm like, I might be out. So, anyways, that was I think the 2 movies I watched this week. We watched one more actually, and um, kind of pivoting away from horror. I do look up movies that we watch on IMDb, just because I want. If it's above a 7, then I'm generally like, oh, okay, this is gonna be pretty good, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Because even sometimes I like movies that are 6s. It's it's hard to always like. Sometimes I like movies that are way lower, or I don't think are as good as the audience does, and this was one of those. It was called Fracture, and it's a movie with Anthony Hopkins and Ryan Gosling. Dang, these are big actors. Ryan Gosling's like a attorney at the district attorney's office, and had kind of like an okay premise, but then like the twist at the end was super lame and dumb, and my wife and I both thought it was very dumb. So it's hard to, and that one had like a 7.3, and so I'm like, what is going on? But it was like 20 years old. I'm like, maybe people liked it better back then, but we didn't like it like almost at all. So that is a tricky part about like internet reviews of stuff.
It is hard. Yeah.
Anyways, I think that's all the movies that I watched this week. Devin, any
Um,
for you?
I'm sure I watched some movies, but what I remember most is the first 2 episodes of Alien Earth, which dropped on Hulu
Yeah.
on Thursday, maybe on my birthday. I can't remember. Um, it's very interesting. It's very well filmed. The actors are good. I will not spoil anything for anybody that wants to watch it. It's very new. They're still rolling out episodes. I'm assuming there's going to be 6 to 8 more in the next 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Something like that. But I was locked in. They gave me 2 episodes. They spoiled me, and then they pulled it all away.
Mm-hmm.
And they made me want more, and I do want more. But I can't speed up the process. So that show's great. I think everybody should watch it. It's a lot of fun.
Cool.
Other than that, I don't know if I watched anything.
That's unusual for you. You just been
I did watch Insidious: The Red Door, but I've seen it 76 times and it's really dumb. Well, it's not that dumb, but it's
really
kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that good.
That's funny. I believe you. Cool. Well, that'll probably do it for Super Movie Brothers this week then, Devin. It's unusual for me to have more to say in that.
Yeah, you
segment.
hard carried in that section.
No,
Great job.
It's fine. I had a horror week. It was fun. So
it's the best.
Yeah. All right. Well, just a reminder here. If I can get the screen to show the right thing here, but make sure to check us out on Patreon at patreon.com/supergamebrothers. You can get early access to podcasts like this one, our board game podcast and our video game podcast. They are both here on the same Patreon, so that for just a couple dollars a month, you can get early access to both of them. Kind of fun. You can also vote on the games that we play right into the show, all kinds of fun stuff like that. So please join us over there. You can even follow the Patreon totally for free. And then make sure to join our giveaway as well at supergamebrothers.com. We're giving away a bundle of board games or a gaming gift card. So make sure to check both of those things out. All right, Devin, let's get into the show. This is the Super Game Brothers podcast, a weekly podcast about video games. We like video games, they're fun to talk about. This week, I've played a few different games. I played another couple of hours of Donkey Kong Bonanza. I've already talked about it in a first impressions and a second impressions video from the last few weeks. So just an update, I guess I got the last Bananza transformation, and I won't spoil what it is, but I will say it's a cool one. I like the ability. Probably the strangest looking transformation. DK mixed with this creature is he a little creepy.
And but I'm sure he chonky.
Oh, he's very chonky as usual. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't be DK without some chonky. But it's still fun. I can definitely tell that this game was made by the team that made Super Mario Odyssey, because I feel like the structure is even very similar. Like Odyssey, you throw the hat and you transform into different things, a frog and all hundreds of things maybe. In Bonanza, you're more limited to like the things you can transform into, but you like slowly unlock them. Then you get to some story parts, have some fun boss fights, and get to a point where you are separated from, in Mario Odyssey, you're separated from Cappy for a while, which was a fun segment in my opinion, where you like no longer can throw the hat, you can't transform anymore. I'm at the portion of Donkey Kong Bonanza that is I don't know, like basically a one-to-one kind of mirror of that, where you can't transform anymore for a while. I just barely got to that area. We'll see if it's cool or not. Still like the game. I do think it gets significantly better once you get past the first transformation that's just smashy smash, dude. But it's fun. I'm excited to see what end game stuff is there. I still have not seen like many like 2D side caves. They'll have like the side levels, bonus stages. There's been a few, but none with like nostalgic music or like a similar kind of structure. And I do think that some of them exist. Saw some characters that I wasn't expecting in a weird like race world, which was kind of funny. Yeah, but you were only there for like a few minutes, so I wonder if they're going to use that again, because it was just kind of odd to be there for 8 minutes and then be done. But anyways, game's fun, game's cool, game's pretty. I think I'll settle on like around an 8 out of 10, unless like the ending blows me away or there's lots more surprises. I imagine I'm 2/3 through it, but I don't really know. I need to check, but I bet I'm at like 400 bananas, and I have all the transformations at least that are in the menu. So we'll see. Making good progress there. Still playing Cyber Shadow as well. Made some good progress with that one. And then another game I just restarted, and I'll kind of tee this one up and then let you take it away as well, because I know you're playing the same game at least a little bit. I played Lies of P probably a year ago when I had Game Pass for 3 months because I bought my Rogue Ally. So I played it on there, ran surprisingly well, to be honest, on a little Windows handheld. But my Game Pass account ran out. I got stuck on like the 8th boss or something. But it's free this month on PlayStation Plus. So I'm playing it now in glorious, I don't know if it's 4K, but I'm going to say glorious 4K on my PlayStation 5. And it is prettier, and I don't know, maybe more fun to play on a giant TV with my DualSense. That is just like a more comfortable play and form factor for me, even though I do like the Rogue Ally a lot. Game is super cool, super great. If you like Souls-like games in any way, or like difficult games, like kind of the Pinocchio but not Pinocchio vibe that they went with is super cool. Game's awesome. I just beat the first boss, got to the hub, like world inside the hotel. Um, I just really like the ways that they took like Pinocchio and made it an interesting story. He's got like the gold beating heart. He has to tell some lies at certain points, and like lies are like a big part of Pinocchio. And obviously the game is called Lies of P, um, so it makes sense that you're gonna have to lie a few times. I don't know if the story like continues to really make a lot of sense beyond that initial lie to get into the hotel, but I think most people are there for the combat, not necessarily like the world so much and the story. But super cool, really enjoy it. I think I'm at the point where I'm a little overwhelmed trying to remember like which weapon I used last time I liked, because this game has a system where you can separate the blade from the handle and then combine different handles with different blades, um, and then different handles and different blades scale with different perks. And so there's just like one more variable in like the formula of how do I have a good build. And so it's hurting my brain a little bit. And I'm not like a build guy. I'm like a, I don't know, the parts in games where I like get to a menu and have to think about, okay, which armor set do I need to have on that pairs well with this and that, and is combined with this handle, and is this hand, have I been scaling the right attribute to even use that handle efficiently, or would I need to respec? And do I have the materials I need to respec? Do I even have the respec ability unlocked yet? Um, every time I play a game that has that, and a lot of the games I love have that like build system in it, I usually fall off that system hard. And I don't know why. I think it's just because I want to be playing, and I feel like I'm wasting time in the menu a little bit.
Mm.
It's not like 100% true, but that's kind of like, I don't know. I think that's the feeling I get, and I think that's why I bounce off. I know you love builds, and but do you feel the same way like when you jump into a game where you're like, I don't want to spend these 10 minutes here. I want to be out exploring and fighting stuff.
If it's hard to understand the building, where you're like, I don't even know if my character's better now that I equipped that thing.
Yeah.
That bothers me, but it's also really, really fun for me to try to make a build that's 5% better than the average player's build.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, what's beautiful about a Souls-like game is I can go and hit a boss 10 times and do 1,000 damage, 100 damage per hit. If I slightly scale this attribute, maybe in 10 hits I do 1,100 damage.
Right.
It really doesn't matter that much.
Yeah,
for most scenarios. You can
play through it as long as you're like playing well.
Yes, if you don't have an S tier scaling on your weapon, you can still beat a boss with B tier scaling.
Yeah.
And it really didn't feel that different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think I usually just err on that side of like, I don't think I have a perfectly efficient build. I'm just going to go.
Correct. It's almost more fun.
The problem is I eventually get to a boss where I get stuck, and I'm like, man, if I did have the extra 10% of damage or whatever, would it help me get past this boss that's crushing me? And so I feel like I'm not playing efficiently. So that is my one complaint about, and it's not just Lies of P, but Souls games and all of them basically that have this kind of a build system. But love Lies of P. Think it's awesome. Play it, especially if you have PlayStation Plus. It's included this month, and you wouldn't want to miss that. Devin, you've been playing it too.
I did, and I have done a run much more like how you're playing right now. On my second run, I didn't worry so hardcore about saving my trait points and making sure everything's perfect. Like I did focus on some traits and was just like, okay, it looks like this weapon scales with this perk. I'm just gonna go with this from the start of the game.
Yeah.
I have changed handles. I don't know if you saw the weapon I built, but it's beautiful.
I didn't see it.
It's this long katana blade coming out of a wrench handle.
Nice.
And when you change a handle in that game, it changes the swing pattern of your weapon. So his like main swing now is almost like this upward swipe and then a down swipe, kind of diagonal. And it actually feels extremely natural. It's quick enough for most enemies. And so I kind of like killed it with this random duo that I put together. And I was like, oh, this feels good. I've been scaling and putting perk points into that blade since the beginning of the game. I like the way it swings now with this handle. It made it longer so I can hit enemies from further away.
Hmm.
I really like that about the game, but
It
I
is.
have not been that worried about like a perfect build. I've been looking at all like the passive
Mm-hmm.
traits and just going, that seems like it'd be useful. I'm just gonna click it.
Yeah. This is you. You've beaten the game once before. I have not. So this is
Yeah,
your
I think I
second
did.
playthrough, right? And I know that you were just wrecking the game, just like beating bosses on first tries, like in
Oof.
most cases. But
There's a
there's
couple
tough
that,
ones. But
yeah, a couple
I
that
know
stumped me
you
for a minute.
plowed through it. What was it 5 hours? And how far through you think you are? Halfway?
Oh man, yeah, I got to the King of Puppets. For anybody that knows the game,
I
I
think
don't
you
know.
beat him too, didn't you?
Did I beat him? I don't remember.
I think you did.
I don't know. But yeah, kind of blasted through the game. Once you've played one of those games extremely thoroughly, checking your corners, doing all the
Yeah.
tedious little groundwork, you can go through it and know that you're not missing too much
Mm-hmm.
sometimes,
Yeah.
and so I had some knowledge of kind of where to go. So I was able to kind of maneuver quickly through the game, and I can be decent at fighting enemies and understanding what needs to be done.
Devin's great at those games. Decent is an
I can
undersell.
I can do it a little bit. Sometimes I'm skilled.
um, are you enjoying it as much second time through, or since it's just
Yeah, because I'm playing it on the PlayStation.
yeah okay?
The
Because you
Game
played it on
Pass was
your
a weird game launcher for me. It kept crashing
oh I remember that. That's right.
and so yeah, just playing on the PlayStation is very nice and getting trophies is nice and
Do love those.
yeah, it's just a fun game. It's kind of just a filler game. To be honest, I don't know if I'm going to finish it this second time.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. You've already
But
finished it
it's a
once. So.
good one to come back to if I need
Yeah. Do you
something.
think now that would you be interested in playing Overture, the new expansion?
Oh, absolutely. I
Okay.
was thinking about that. I was like, okay, so I beat it on Game Pass, but now I have it on PlayStation with zero progress. Can I play the DLC with zero progress?
If I remember correctly, I think it's a like a post end game.
That's what I figured.
And
So I was like, I'll just start it.
start over
If I ever
again.
get to the end on PlayStation, then heck yeah, I would play the DLC.
Yeah.
I played the Bloodborne DLC, had no idea what to expect, and just got more content from a game I love.
Yeah, that DLC was cool.
Yeah, fun.
Yeah, I agree. I think that would be. I'm excited to try that. Hopefully, it goes on sale in the next few months or weeks.
Is it a pricey one?
It's not too bad. It's $30.
Okay, that's actually kind of pricey for a DLC. I feel like a lot of DLCs are like 15.
Yeah, it probably just depends on the amount of content that's in there, and I don't know. I know it took them like is it 2 years before it came out,
It might be relatively large.
so it might be pretty big. I don't know.
I'm too down to play
I don't.
that.
I don't know. Don't
I
like.
might buy it for us. We'll see.
So yeah, Liza P. I'm slowly working through that, and Devin much quicker plowing through it, but it's excellent. So good. I think without a doubt, it's the best Souls game that From didn't make.
Oh, for sure.
And I like it
Yes.
better than. I haven't played Dark Souls 1 or 2. I've played about half of Dark Souls 3. I liked it, but I think I like Liza P better than it. I don't. It gives me similar vibes to Bloodborne, to be honest. Bloodborne is probably better. I like the more gothic Castlevania kind of vibe. I like Sekiro better. So I don't know. It's probably like my, and I probably like Elden Ring better as a whole, even though it plays way different, being like a huge open world game. So it's probably my fourth favorite Souls game, if you're just counting the big 3D ones.
I don't blame you at all. I think someone in the stream said that Korean game,
Yeah, I think it's a Korean team.
a Korean team made it. And you come into this game and you're like, there ain't no way it's gonna feel that good, and the bosses are gonna not be good. It actually feels great.
Yeah,
Like it makes sense.
and I think the reason we think that is because we've tried a bunch.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
that,
that's
we're
like-
just like Lords of the Fallen. I actually kind of liked it. It had like cool system where you'd go into the dark world and the light world.
I remember.
But I did fall off of that one pretty hard.
So did I.
And there's like one called Timesia, and I tried one called Steel Rising, and I probably got 7 or 8 bosses into that one too. Kind of had a cool vibe, but I fell off of it pretty hard. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to I don't know, be as good as the goat of that genre since they kind of invented the entire genre.
It is, but they did a great job with
Mm-hmm.
Lies of P.
Yeah, I agree. Cool, Devin. Any other games that you're playing here in our
Oh, I
recap here?
did. I know I mentioned it right at the beginning of the show, but I did dabble in Remnant from the Ashes, which is
All right.
#1. We streamed it for probably 6 to 8 hours, and we launched in on Nightmare difficulty, which it starts you at normal, and then you go hard, Nightmare, Apocalypse, I think. So we thought we were really good gamers, and we got humbled very quickly. It took us 6 hours to get through the intro of the game and beat one boss.
That game scales pretty brutally with like it's built for co-op, but if you have 2 players, like you gotta expect like almost double the enemies, double the health.
Oh, it is that way.
And then like if one of your teammates dies, like if you're gonna solo carry a boss, you gotta be ready for, okay, I need to do twice as much damage as I would expect, and this boss is gonna take twice as long as you would expect as well because of that.
And the mechanics are very difficult. So something I love about Remnant is, I would say, on the hardest difficulties, Remnant is more difficult than most Souls-like games.
It's brutal.
It is. You have a boss, but you also have the entire arena attacking you at the same
Yeah,
time.
full of ads usually.
It's not like, okay, I'm in an arena, here's the boss, maybe he'll do a fire AoE attack. It's more like, okay, here's the boss, he's shooting arrows, he's teleporting, he also can melee me. He has sound cues if you don't pay attention to the sounds.
Mm-hmm. Because he can hit you from anywhere.
The arena is hurting me, and there's ads spawning in the entire boss fight.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very difficult game, but it makes me love it so dang much because it's just rewarding to finish a fight in that game. Awesome scaling. #1 is much simpler than #2. There's only like 3 classes. I think there's like 12 to 14 in #2. It's just a simpler times. Very, very difficult. I think we're gonna get very stumped on some of these bosses, but that is the fun of it. We're patient gamers, so.
And you're really good at like the builds in those games and the scaling.
Ooh, I like it a lot. Mm-hmm.
Their build system is fun with like the rings.
It's so fun. Yes.
Yeah.
They reward you. I wish I had still had the knowledge of Remnant 2 like I did a couple years ago, because the depth that they went to making this perfect video game is so amazing. It's like, okay, you have to come back to this area at a specific time of day, but you have to be wearing this. Once you get this, that ring scales with its sister ring, which is really difficult to get. So if you're going to run a bleed build, it's going to work perfectly, and you're going to get 10% more damage than the average player. And I'm willing to do it.
Yeah.
I'm like, yep, I'm locked in. I just like that kind of stuff because it's well thought out. It goes from simple to a little more complex, and it satisfies your casual player.
Mm-hmm.
Or your very determined player because of the complexity and the amount of difficulty levels.
Yeah.
Remnant, I mean, I only have good things to say about
5 difficulty
Remnant.
levels?
Oh, it's something like that.
Yeah, there's a lot.
So dang good. Amazing game.
Going back to the first one, is it hard after playing the second one? Or
surprisingly, I was getting high frame rate, and most of the areas felt smooth. I thought it was going to feel janky and kind of dumb, but it felt good to me.
Yeah.
A little bit of a learning curve. For example, you can't shoot from the hip.
Right,
if you
push the shoot button from the hip, you
just
melee, right?
So you always have to be aiming down sights for bullets to come out of your gun.
Yep.
Which is very hard to get used to.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like a Souls game. You're dodging everything, trying to understand what is attacking you. There's elite enemies. The bosses are extremely difficult, and it's a near perfect game for me.
Very fun co-op.
Like, yes, play it co-op for sure.
Yeah, I think that's the play. I think you'll enjoy it most. Cool, Dev. Any other games or?
Now I dabbled in Rocket League. Almost got to GC2.
Wow.
So I was whooping butt there, and then I saw the toxicity coming out of the players, and they were like, how can you be at this rank if you can't even do this flip? And I was like, that's my cue to leave. So
yeah, that is the hard thing about Rocket League, in my opinion. Like, You can be pretty good at the fundamentals, and they can carry you pretty dang far.
It has, yes.
Um, and I was never like the flashy Rocket League player, but I feel like I was pretty good at the fundamentals to a level. Like I never got to Grand Champ. I think Champ 3 is the highest I got. But yeah, when someone thinks like their flip reset is more important than like the timing of your rotation back to goal, I'm just like, why?
Oh yeah.
You're not good enough to play like professionally. You're only gonna make like 1 in 30 of those attempts you do.
Some people have gotten really good at them.
They do.
But it, yeah, I feel like those types of things sometimes break a game. You took this beautifully made soccer car game,
Mm-hmm.
and someone has manipulated the system and gravity in the game to do something that shouldn't be able to be done.
That wasn't anticipated. Yeah.
And
It's cool they figured it out.
Yeah,
But it has become such a central
oh
mechanic now
man,
at high levels.
yeah,
It is weird.
you go from like really mechanical gameplay to like being in sync with your teammate to like you hit a specific rank and then every game is watch how flashy this can be. I will destroy you because I sit in kind of like this practice mode and
Balance the ball.
do these weird mechanics that no one knows how to defend.
Yeah.
It's very, very strange. It's kind of a beautiful thing that it's in the game, but it also kind of breaks the game. Every game has those things.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Rocket League's always fun.
Yeah.
You know.
Goated game for sure.
It's fun and infuriating, so.
I should probably get back into it at some point. It's just a time sink if you want to be good at that game.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like I don't even know. Like Clash Royale. Like if you want to be good, you just have to be grinding that game almost always.
Mm-hmm.
And I like variety, even though Rocket League is my most played game of all time. I haven't played it in a long time. Probably 6 months.
Crazy.
Cool. Well, that's quite a few games. You're kind of on a Souls kick. I'm on a Retro and Liza P kick. We'll see what and I need to finish Donkey Kong. I think I'm getting close, but fun. All right, Devin, in our ending segment, it's going to be a shorter one this week, but we're going to talk about, since it's Gamescom next week, which is one of the biggest like video game conferences of the year. You've got the Game Awards in December is probably the biggest one, and then Gamescom, Summer Games Fest. Those are probably the 3 biggest ones. And so there will probably be some announcements and release date stuff, and there's a bit of like excitement for the future of video games. So I thought it would be fun if we just talked about the 3 games that we're most excited to play between now and the end of the year. I think all of the ones that we chose either have a release date or have been confirmed that they are coming out before the end of the year. I have a 4th one that I'm excited about, but I think they're going to push it to next year. And I think there's 2 of those. So maybe we'll start with those and then we'll go into our number 3s, 2s, and 1s. So it's top 3 from 2 people. So a top 6, I don't know.
Top
most
6 list.
Hyped with the hype. Games, video games that are coming out this fall. Okay, so for the honorable mentions, my one that I'm very excited for is Metroid Prime 4. Comes to Switch and Switch 2. With Switch 2, you can use like the mouse controls for the gun, which is kind of crazy.
Very strange.
Hopefully, it still plays well with that. You don't have to, but you can. It's being made by Retro Studios, who made Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, and I think they may have made one of the other Metroid games, if I'm not mistaken. And because it's being made by them, I have very high expectations. I think it'll be really great. That one is supposed to be this year. They said 2025, but they haven't talked about it, I think, since January or February. So it's August. What's today? The 16th. I don't think, unless they talk about it at Gamescom next week, I don't think it will come out this year. But the other one is Judas. And I know, Devin, that was probably your honorable mention.
It was.
Kind of the follow-up to BioShock from the creator of BioShock, Ken Levine. It's supposed to be this year as well. Excuse me. But they haven't said anything in a while. So unless, again, it's at this show next week, and then releases within a couple of months from the show. I don't think it's coming out this year either. So, couple honorable mentions. Okay, now let's get into our top 3 most anticipated or hyped games of this fall. I will say, just going in, my 3 are very much like smaller indie games. It's kind of crazy because there's some big games coming out this fall as well. It'll be interesting to see if you have any smaller indie games on yours as well. But Devin, do you want to kick us off with your number 3, or do you want me to go
Number
first?
3, my lord. Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
Cool.
My number 3 is Silent Hill F. I had to put a horror game in there.
Absolutely.
I don't know that it should be on this list of 3 because it could be absolute garbage.
I think,
but we'll see.
It had some like preview coverage in the last few weeks, and it was pretty positive. So I think people are pretty hyped.
Heck yeah! I also saw that it had coverage saying, "Yo, this game's gonna have some disturbing content, so play at your own risk."
I think it has like a content advisory warning at the beginning or something.
Yeah, but I love horror. I love the Silent Hill, the whole thing, the whole franchise, if that's even the word to use here.
Yeah,
I like it a lot. So
me too. I think the director of the game like gave an interview last week or the week before, said that like one of their goals was this game was to make it feel very different to Silent Hill 2, so that they don't their series doesn't just feel like they're doing Silent Hill 2 over and over and over again. And that gave me like a bit of excitement, like cool, you're doing something different. It's also in a different setting. It's like 1960s Japan or something.
Sounds awesome.
Looks cool. So I think that's a great choice.
Thank you.
Number 3, Devin. My number 3 is Keeping Up the Horror Vibes.
Oh, really?
No, not really.
Oh.
And this is a baby horror for someone like David, but my number 3 is Hades 2, which has been in early access, I think, since the beginning of the year, maybe a little longer than that, but they just released, I think, what they're calling their pre-version 1.0 patch, and I think most people think version 1.0 is going to come out in September or October. So it's like imminent. I'm a little confused on which platforms it's releasing on. I think it was announced for like PlayStation and Xbox and Switch, but then like a press release or something came out saying that it was coming to Switch 2 before the others. So it might only be on Switch 2 for like a little bit of time. We'll see. That's what they did with the original Hades, and it didn't come to PlayStation for like a year. That would be a big bummer. There is a Switch 2 under the TV right now, though, so I mean, I'd probably just play it on there. But that, if I was them, I would do the exact same thing, because there's idiots like me that want to play it on PlayStation with the trophies, because I'm a trophy guy. But if they give it 3 months before they put it on PlayStation, I'll play it on the Switch and then buy it again, because I'm a loser.
Oof.
And
I don't support that decision,
I don't either.
I support your number 3 decision. Hades was so fun.
So good.
Their progression system was so fun. The little passive upgrade you'd get by going back to the mirror or whatever you would go talk to.
Yeah. And there's a bunch of cool, the different weapons you unlocked were like all fun to try out and played very differently.
Yeah.
And then like just the fact that like the bosses and the enemies are like talking to you, and even though you're going through runs, like repeating them, like the dialogue's always like progressing forward, and they're referencing last time you were there. And graphics is just beautiful, has awesome music. I think the same music artist has done all of their music for Supergiant Games, I believe, and they have a very like distinct like visual art style as well. Game's just great, so I'm very excited for that one. I wonder, I did fall off Hades a little bit after I beat like the end game once, and I think if you beat him 10 times you like unlock the real ending. But it was just like, that's a lot.
It's very tedious. That's when I'm on YouTube. I'm like,
yeah,
Hades real ending.
Yeah.
So I don't have to do it 9 more times.
Yeah, exactly. But such a good one. So that's my number 3 is Hades 2.
I like that pick.
Yeah.
My number 2 is, what was it? Oh, I remember. Little Nightmares 3. Another
horror game.
This is light horror.
Yeah.
This is light horror with a friend. which I don't know why Little Nightmares 1 and 2 are not co-op, but they're not.
Yeah, this will be a weird change with having it be co-op, but
Heck yeah, it's
probably
gonna be
fun.
so good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so excited for all the costumes and the little hidden things that they've thrown in these games. It's by a different maker, but I'm going to go into this believing that it's going to be fantastic. I have chosen not to research this too much, although I did watch like a little gameplay demo of this small section.
Yeah.
Just to get hyped.
Yeah, I love Little Nightmares.
Oh, yes.
Such a cool, creepy vibe. I remember playing the first one and like the dude with the arms that just like keeps extending. Like it's like it's not like super scary, but it's creepy enough. You're like, run, little girl, run.
Oh yes. Oh yes. There were times where just like you're saying, your heart rate gets up.
Is it the second one with the school teacher? Like you have to hide under the desk.
She was freaky. She's coming into the vents. You thought you were safe in the vents. Yeah. Xenomorph school teacher in there.
Yeah, very fun. I'm excited for the co-op factor of this. I hope that it elevates the game and doesn't make it like worse. I hope they make it twice as long as the other ones.
I agree. Yeah, you can blast through those in a day if you really wanted to.
Yeah, which is fine with me. I'd like a short indie game, but it would be cool if it had just a little bit more content. They usually support those with like expansion, like a little bit after. But that's a great choice for number 2, Devin. My number 2, I talked about last week on the show. It comes out on Halloween, and I just played the demo last week, so you can check out the video of that on the YouTube channel. But Mina the Hollower from Yacht Club Games is the next game from the team that made Shovel Knight, and it has like a cool Castlevania vibe where you play as a Mina who's kind of like a mouse-like character, and it kind of has like, I won't say Souls-like combat, but like if you die, you go back to a campfire, and you can regain some of your health back. If you hit an enemy, you convert like their energy into, I think they called it karma, and then if you heal, you get to reheal that portion back. So you're healed. You can't just heal. Like it's not like a blood vial in Bloodborne that you can just always heal. You have to do damage to them in order for when you use the heal item, you have then built up the karma on your health bar to do so. That's a very cool touch.
That's kind of like Hollow Knight. They reward risky behavior to gain heals. It's different, but it's similar.
Oh, that's right. You have to do some damage to get the soul.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yep. Similar in that way. Very cool pixel art. I like their like design philosophy of we're going to commit as much as we can to using the same like graphical, color, and music limitations that the system we're trying to emulate had. I think this one is Game Boy Color, but make it like a more fleshed out and complete game. Shovel Knight was awesome, so I have very high expectations for that. So that's Mina the Hollower at my number 2.
And we are at the end.
We are.
My number 1, you guessed it, Borderlands 4. How can you not be excited about that game? If you've played any Borderlands, you know it's a good time. I saw one guy, he said the game's going to have over 400 billion weapons. Which, that's what they claimed in 3, and it didn't feel like there was 400 billion weapons. It was like, I've seen this before, but the stats were just slightly different.
Yeah, it's either like stats or the attachments are different, or like different spots or something.
But, not to bash on that mechanic. Borderlands 4 is going to be beautiful, I believe. I've seen some little things about the game. I think it's going to be huge. I plan on destroying the ever-living crap out of this video game for the entire duration. The whole thing smashed.
That's also a game focused on co-op.
Correct.
Kind of, pretty similar to Remnant in a way. Not quite as difficult, but...
Yeah. There's sometimes you get like this goated exotic weapon in Borderlands. You can run like through half the campaign with just that weapon. Because it's got some perk that's just making it so good.
Yeah.
So I hope that the weapon, like exotic or rare drops, are very low so that they seem rewarding and rare. And I hope the game's just more difficult. I want it to be hard. I want a boss to whip me 30 times so I can be humbled. And then I can win later.
You might have to start on the hardest difficulty.
Yeah, They did have mayhem levels in Borderlands 3, which was a cool touch. And if you ramped that all the way up to 11, holy,
it's crazy.
Oh, you have your normal ad, and he's Jason Bourne. I'm dead serious, bro. Like, you ain't killing even one guy.
Okay, so it gets really crazy.
Oh my goodness, yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, those are fun. I'm excited to try that one as well. All right, my number one is a game a long time in the making, and I mean, this is very like slight confirmation, but they did say earlier this year, I think on Discord or something, that it would be out before holiday 2025, and that is Hollow Knight Silksong. Probably the video game I've been most anticipating for the longest time in my life, probably ever.
Honestly.
I remember playing the first Hollow Knight. I got it on my original Switch when I got that, to be honest, in 2000 and I think I got it Christmas of 2017. So I probably played Hollow Knight like early 2018. And man, I've never been more enraptured by like a Metroidvania game. So good. Even more than like old Castlevania games, which I still really love, but Hollow Knight's like in my top 3 top games of all time. So
it is so good.
Super pumped for this one. I really like Hornet. I hope the game is as deep and like surprising and long as the original Hollow Knight is. I feel like that was one of the surprising things, was it was a $15 game, and man, there's just like, you just keep going deeper and deeper and deeper, and there's more and more bosses, and then there's like the Nightmare Troop, and then like the other like DLC pack that they had, and then you can like, based on how much of the game you've completed, there's different endings and different alternate like versions of the last boss you can find and stuff. So good. So I hope that this one is on the same level. It's basically impossible shoes to fill, but I do like Hornet. I probably like her better than the Knight in Hollow Knight, but he's pretty cool too, to be honest. And it'll be a different vibe. I think instead of like going down deeper, like into Hollow Nest, you're like ascending up.
Ooh, we're gonna see some clouds.
So yeah, I don't. And Hornet moves differently, and she has like that, like a thread mechanic, is kind of like her thing instead of the soul that like the Knight uses. So I wonder how different it's gonna feel to play. It seems like she is a bit more mobile, but so I don't know. Super pumped.
Your number one pick might be better than mine. I think it is.
It's all right. It can be your number 1.5 or
my
0.5. Yeah. So that's Hollow Knight Silksong, my most anticipated game of this fall, and last fall, and the fall before that, and the fall before that probably. But it seems like this fall it is finally gonna come out. But I won't believe it until it's loaded on my device. So we'll see. But that's going to do it for our list of the games we're most excited for this fall of 2025. Today's August 16th. And so we've got Gamescom next week. And then September will be when Borderlands 4 is.
That's soon.
And then soon. October for Mina the Hollower. Hades 2 will be somewhere in there. Then hopefully we'll hear something about Metroid and Silksong. And what other ones did you say?
Little Nightmares.
Oh yeah, Little Nightmares 3 is in October, and Silent Hill F is in September. Is on September 25th, I think. So yours are kind of boom, boom, boom. September, and then October. It's gonna be a crazy couple months.
How are we gonna do it?
Oh, we'll figure out a way. All right. Well, that's gonna do it for this episode of the Super Game Brothers podcast. Thanks so much for listening and watching. Make sure to check us out on Patreon at patreon.com/supergamebrothers to get some extra perks. You can get the show early, right into the show. You can even follow the Patreon completely for free. Check out Devin on Twitch. He's player 4 over there, playing all kinds of fun games and laughing and having a good time. And we'll see you next week for episode 67, if my counting is not off. Till then, see you later.